What's up guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the best knives you can pick up right now in CS2 for under $200. With the recent pullback in the CS market, now is a great time to buy some super expensive looking knives at a nice discount. Taking a look at the first knife on today's list and the cheapest knife that I personally would pick up, we have the Huntsman knife black laminate in minimal wear condition. This comes in at only $79. I'm a huge fan of the larger blade on the Huntsman knife, and I also like the white and black pattern. It pairs very nicely with a lot of skins in CS2. You can also pick up the black tie gloves to pair it as a nice combo. Moving over to the second knife on today's list, we're going to be picking up the Shadow Dagger Lures in minimal wear condition. These come in at only $80. I'm a huge fan of how bright the yellow is in CS2, and I definitely think this is a great higher tier looking skin for the price. Moving on to the third option on today's list, we're going to be picking up the Survival Knife Ultraviolet in minimal wear condition. This comes in at only $83. I'm a huge fan of the subtle purple design to this weapon. You don't see it a lot when you're holding the knife in CS2. However, when you do inspect it, you get that nice purple handle. It pairs very nicely with a lot of purple skins, as well as the Imperial Plaid gloves. Next up, we have the Navaja Marble Fade in factory new condition. This comes in at only $93. The Marble Fade finish is one of the highest tier finishes in CS2 on knives, and I definitely think for under $100, this is a great pickup, even though not everyone loves the Navaja knife. Next up, we have the Flip Knife Rust Coat in battle scarred condition. This comes in at $105. The Flip Knife is one of the higher tier knives in CS2. However, not everyone is a fan of the rust coat finish. This is the best flip knife you can pick up for under $200. Moving over to another pair of shadow daggers, we're going to be picking up the Gamma Dopplers. This is the Phase 2 finish in factory new condition, coming at $115. This is the most green pattern out of all the phases, and it pairs very nicely with the handles on the shadow daggers. Jumping over to the next knife on today's list, we're going to be picking up the Survival Knife Tiger Tooth in factory new condition. This comes in at $126. People either love or hate the Tiger Tooth finish in CS2, so let me know in the comments if you are a fan of this weapon. Next up, we're going to be picking up the Kukri Knife Vanilla, coming in at $127. I'm a huge fan of the larger blade on this knife compared to some of the smaller blades we have in CS2. It reminds me a lot of the Bowie knife, however the animation when you pull it out in CS2 looks extremely clean. Next up, we have a Gut Knife Doppler, factory new condition in a Phase 2 finish. This comes in at $150. This is the most pink pattern out of all the Doppler finishes that we do have, and with certain lighting in CS2, it does shine very bright. Next up, we have another Kukri knife. This is the Slaughter in minimal wear condition, coming at $165. It is also a pattern-based skin, so keep that in mind if there's any patterns that you do enjoy. Next on our list, we're going to be picking up the Paracord knife Fade in factory new condition. This comes in at $180. I personally think picking up a Fade for under $200 is definitely a steal, considering it's something not on a Navaja, on a gut knife, or on the shadow daggers. Try to look for one over a 90% fade pattern, as it will look a lot more clean. The second to last knife that we have on today's list will be the Bowie knife Marble Fade in factory new condition. This comes in at $190. As I mentioned earlier in the video, the Bowie knife has the largest blade in CS2, which really shows off the nice marble fade finish. It is one of the highest tier finishes in CS2 for any of the knives, so it definitely looks extremely clean. To finish off today's list, we're going to be picking up the Shadow Daggers Doppler Phase 2 finish factory new condition for $195. I personally am a bigger fan of them on the shadow daggers compared to something like the gut knife, as the handles and the pink definitely match on this weapon. I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at the best knives you can pick up right now in CS2 for under $200. I personally think all the knives on today's list are definitely a steal at the current prices. All pricing is based on CSFloat, and let me know in the comments which knives were your favorite. If you enjoyed, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.